When you're considering developing a measure to do research, you have to know what is the question that it's supposed to help you answer. And you have to be really clear about that particular question. So you have to make sure, first of all, that there isn't already existing a good enough measure that will let you answer that question, because why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? The second thing is that once you've confirmed that indeed there is a measure you have to develop, don't underestimate the amount of time that it's going to take to develop it. You may think, I'm going to do this in 6 months. You know, the other day I just reviewed a grant in which they were going to develop a particular measure, very complex measure, measuring the interaction between a student and a teacher, and they had given themselves 3 months to do that. And I thought, there's just no way in God's green earth that anyone's going to do that kind of measure in 3 months. It's like building a house. It takes twice as long as you think it's going to take, and it's going to be twice as much money as you think it's going to take. So if you need to build the measure, and you have to actually do a project, the third thing is to say, look, if there are measures that need to be built, why don't I create a small grant proposal and get the measure funded, do the work I need to do before I start on the big project? Because if I can't show that the measure is going to give me the outcomes that I need to get to answer my question, nobody's going to fund your big project. So chunk off what you can manage, do that first. Don't underestimate the amount of time that it's going to take, and have a really thorough look, which also means not just looking in the literature, but asking your colleagues, asking your supervisors, asking their networks for what's out there. Because just, you know, this has happened many times. You've got a great idea, and you think, that's a wonderful idea, I'm going to create this measure, and I'm going to be the first person in the entire world to do that. Well, guess what? Well, you've got this great idea, a gazillion other people have exactly the same idea that you have, and maybe they're ahead of you. So look at your networks, get involved in the networks, ask people, and find out what's going on.